Welcome back to another one.
You guys know, hey, you know why we're here. Good morning, Sarpasi.
What's going on, guys? My name's Alan.
And I'm Alex.
Welcome to Amicy channel. If you're not subscribed,
go ahead and click on that subscribe button below and join us and be part of the Amicy gang.
On God.
So we got a chance to check out Akala for the very first time last time. And we had no idea what to expect because we got a chance to listen to Dave's song called Black. And I was like, wow, this was crazy. Then we listened to Akala, Fire in the Booth Part 1, and then my ears were on fire, so I had to blow out my my headphones because it was just too much flames. If you have not checked that one out and you're watching this one for the first time, it's actually the first time you got a chance to listen to this channel, and the first time you listen to Akala, you need... Right, you gonna put it up there for him?
It's right there. It's gonna be like the banner's gonna come up.
Okay,
right here.
Please stop watching this video right now. Click on that link and watch the very first one because that one is unfreaking believable.
Yeah.
So we got Fire in the Booth Part 2. Without further ado, let's do what we're doing no best here now in this video. And let's get popping.
Let's get it.
Alright,
I know you're gonna dig this.
Tune in.
Yeah, perfect.
Carter, brother, you know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Somebody with their hands behind their back, they about to be fired.
Yo, Akala.
Wow.
Knowledge is power. Volume 1 mixtape, 28th of May. Listen, AkalaMusic.com.
Chase.
Tiny bit more vocal, please, actually. Listen, knowledge is power, always. Listen.
The scam, brother, the scam!
Oi, mate, my personal life's great. Some of you would love me more if I rub that in your face. Okay, well, let us run down the resume and have a little chat about Akala's living today. Big whip, nice yard, been all over the globe. Look how many continents that I have done. Shows, couple little companies, neat little office, everything going swell. Little bit of profit, built a business educating kids from the block. So far as I'm concerned, you gotta be a mug to not rate him. Own my own masters, still my own master. Novels and scripts on the way. Rap is just a part of the genius in his head. And
you know what I like about the entire way he took it. That one is the fact that he was like he's one of those guys that doesn't have to flaunt what he's like the success that he's had, but he's like, but let me tell you some of the one because that's what happens if you don't have if people don't know much about you, they won't take the time to actually go and find out more information about you. They're just gonna go based off what they just think, or because you're not, oh well, they only have 2,000 followers. I don't know, they're not popular enough for me. But that guy makes millions. What are you making that you don't think that guy's not information is worth enough? We're so tied into putting a value on based on people and their followers and their subscribers or blah, 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 versus the understanding of what the person actually has in their life. He's like, I got nice cars, big house, big yard, all of that. I own my masters.
That's what people like for it.
You know what I'm saying?
shows, couple little companies, neat little office, everything going swell, little bit of profit, built a business educating kids from the block. So far as I'm concerned, you gotta be a mug to not rate him. Own my own masters, still my own master, novels and scripts on the way. Rap is just a part of the genius in his head, and he knows it, dickhead. Since I used to kick ball for West Ham with my big head, back in school days wearing hand-me-downs from my sister, and gal was still onto man. Now that's some Ross charisma. It's just a nipper. I took my first pull of Rizla, and who you think gave me that? Yeah, my bigger sister. So when we speak of struggle, cousin, it's yours. You know the same old madness, working class poor. Yeah, so may have won a couple awards. I guarantee you that my family just as messed up as yours. All the abuse and the alcoholism and drug addiction. Uncles going to prison. This is working class living in Britain. It ain't great. You gotta be kidding. So please don't ever get confused by me spitting, cause yes, I said the ghetto's in our head, but no, I didn't mean if you live next to a food yard, let that's in your dreams. I meant believing in the madness they spout about us is far more dangerous than putting us in council houses. So yeah, I criticize, but from a place of love, never, ever, cause I think that I've become above every young bruv you wanna judge as a tug. It's me, man, it's a little guidance and love, so I think that you're the mug. And why be smug when it's an actual fact? We all commit crime simply by paying tax, cause we didn't go and tickle them people in Iraq and ask them so politely for all the minerals we extract. We blew children's heads off, set fire to backs. We're a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth, they're running around on the road with heaters. Don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the wars stay in places that are brown and poor, we can all pretend to be abhorred, but we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman that duppies you will probably get knighted. If I don't wanna fight you, cuz it ain't cuz I'm frightened. I'd just rather fight with those who really think they're titans. I ain't scared of bleeding, I am scared of breathing another breath in this world where everything is so uneven. When millions murdered in the Congo when it's barely news. But if a footballer's wife should buy a pair of shoes, I'm supposed to give a apparently I do not. The world's a reflection of your block. And if you think a world that profit from their death and be totally cool, thinks you're better cause you live here, you're a bloody fool. Look around at genocidal abuse. I swear humanity ain't nothing but a virus with shoes. Then I pick my nephew up from school and I look at the youths and see the love they show each other, and I'm just so confused because they ain't learned yet what is their race or religion. So we're born unconditioned, but we learn to play our position in the system. Look what that does to our recognition of self. We grow suspicion of our own intuition. Now listen, Akala's sick, but he raps about racism too much. Could you imagine I gave a flying? Cause it's amazing how many wanna claim they love this music with no respect for the actual struggle that produced it. Did hip-hop not start in segregated hoods? Are them hoods not still segregated? So it's really good. Are the First Nation not still on reservations where the age of 46 is the average life expectation? And fellas, I wonder where the favelas have been suddenly knocked down and replaced with something better. If you got sense, you see fights are joined, and race, class and gender are sides of the same coin. So if you're really down for justice, whoever the people who suffers, whoever you are, I consider you my sister's brothers, but call it what it is, like Carlin or Bill Hicks. Not these patronizing left-wing little twits that ask me dumb shit on a superior tip and wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left in. That was the clearest thing to come of August events. All the closet bigots started speaking their minds again. So when a Jamaican or Asians respect.
Mama, I was thinking for a quick second. I gotta think. I don't know what he's when he talk about. Don't use me as the exception of accepting of the I gotta make sure.
Twits to ask me dumb shit on a superior tip and wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left.
Don't make me an exception for your protection of accepting the mental system.
That was the clearest thing to come of August.
I'm sorry.
So join the race, class and gender are sides of the same coin. So if you're really down for justice, whoever the people who suffers, whoever you are, I consider you my sister's brothers, but call it what it is, like Carlin or Bill Hicks. Not these patronizing left-wing little twits that ask me dumb shit on a superior tip and wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left in. That was the clearest thing.
Okay, from the left. So don't make me an exception for your protection for accepting the system that we live in. Could that be the way people go? Well, it's like is it back to the monolithic thing? Is that what it comes down to? Of something like, oh, it's like the black people just won, right? It's like, oh, well, Obama made it. Well, Obama doesn't represent the entire group of black people, and that's kind of one of those things that people do. Right? It's kind of that's kind of what I was thinking right there when it was like this. Don't make me an exception because I'm not in your stereotypical mind that you think of every black person's gonna go to jail because they're killers. Because you don't see me that way. Don't make me an exception because I'm of the way my life turned out. Even though I went through the same struggle that a lot of people go through, but not everybody's the exact same. Right. Everybody responds to different situations differently. Just like the exact same thing. It's like, oh, well, Obama made it. Well, I made it. Does that mean how many black people do you think, black guys or black women do you think are in the world? Do you think that one represents the entire group? We're human. The only thing that we have is the fact that the skin tone of the color doesn't mean that, but the internal aspect of everybody's got a different brain, so therefore you're going to react to every single situation very differently. We're not one. Yeah. I like the fact that he pointed that out in that one.
To come of August events, all the closet bigots started speaking their minds again. So when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's because of their skin. Blonde hair kills 1 million people, that's just him. And it's entertaining, some people are so
kills people, that's just
him. Do you see what I just said that there? He's that line. He said oh, brother, you're gonna catch that part.
Thing to come of August events, all the closet bigots started speaking their minds again. So when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's because of their skin. Blonde.
Oh, because of their skin.
When you have a black person, a Jamaican, a Haitian, anybody that's not white, of course that it's expected. But when the white person does it,
they hit you with
it's just breaking news. We had a mass shooting at a mall today. This was a isolated incident. It was a lone gunman. Isolated every single one. That guy that shot up the concert, the old guy. This man brought so many guns to the room when that song, "Darkness, my old friend." That dude, shooting everybody. Isolated incidents. Every single thing that happens, the heinous crimes that are created, it's always what? An isolated incident. The kid goes into the school, shoots all of those kids. It was an isolated incident. Every month is an isolated. Like, it just keeps happening. But you know what I'm saying? It's I love this.
Hair kills a million people, that's just him. And it's entertaining, some people are so thick. But I prefer that than all of the fake grins. Cause it's the only problem, people claim they wanna solve, but don't actually wanna talk about how it evolved. You are told, this country really, really yours, sir? What they did to brown people did to their own poor first. And originally in the States, working class whites were also enslaved. And no one talks about it today. Ever since the master came with the system of privilege, made the working whites the overseers, mulattoes the house. Cause put the darkest blacks in the field. That mind is with us still. $1 billion industry, skin cream and bleaching pills. And let's be honest, most people are my complexion.
Yes. It's one of those things where, even back in Haiti, like, I didn't realize how bad it was until I kind of came to the States and I was learning about it. When I was in Haiti, it was a norm. Right? Savon Kawat, carrot soap. There's a soap that every Haitian that I knew had in their bag. And I was like, and I really wanted to get one. I was like, everybody's doing it. I want to have the exact same soap, but not realizing that it's the bleaching aspect that they want, because they don't want you to accept your skin, because your goal is to be. They want you to
as possible.
Exactly. My God, this guy is putting in that juice.
That was the house, cause put the darkest blacks in the field. That mind is with us still. $1 billion industry, skin cream and bleaching pills. And let's be honest, most people are my complexion. To this very day still think they're better than the darker section. You say it's changed, then only educate me about Wilberforce, not about the Africans in Haiti who beat the armies of the British, Spanish and Napoleon from the moment they stolen them.
Pause, son. You know this is a big friend of mine. If you don't know anything about the Haitian Revolution,
better go research.
You need to take the time after this video and actually go and learn that information, because it is so crucial to life. A lot of times people don't take the time to actually learn information, and that's on you. But the Haitian Revolution
was crucial.
Was very important, okay?
Educate me about Wilberforce, not about the Africans in Haiti who beat the armies of the British, Spanish and Napoleon.
The Africans in Haiti.
There was no controlling them. When I was in school, she said, no, you never fought for freedom. No, we freed you, and you were on your knees pleading. And what's more, did you know that we kind of saved you from the barbarism of Africa? You should be grateful when enough of our own people can't be bothered to read that they actually believed that we were swinging from trees. They don't know the Kingdom of Congo had embassies in Italy 500 years ago. Literally ain't heard of St. Maurice nor Septimus Severus. They ain't studying the past cause they think it's irrelevant, and attempts at pretending ancient Egyptians weren't African. Nothing more than pseudo-intellectual lies. They obviously ain't read what Aristotle and Herodotus said about people that they saw for their own eyes. And Egypt's been invaded since the fall of the pharaohs. Not once, not twice, but many, many times. So nobody wants to explain why so many statues are missing noses. Even when them statues made of granite, it ain't one people alone mistaught about themselves. We live on Celtic land, but don't learn about the Celts. The same Irish people you characterize as stupid during the dark.
Okay, this guy is going too deeply right now, so I'm going to react back it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking just then? You know what the problem I feel like is happening in the world right now is the fact that it constantly happens is that the white individuals that are the way that they are think that the black and brown people are going to treat them the exact same way they've been treating them for this entire time. Even though none of us have history of violence. As much as, you know what I'm saying? The history's there.
Though. It's the fear.
It's the fear. Just like whenever, at one point in time, whenever they would, they would hang a lot of the black men, they would cut off the wieners. You know? It's because it was the penis envy thing, right?
Yeah.
Because so they would cut it off so that the women wouldn't look at it, right? Which is, it's just,
they hang it up like a trophy. I'm like, that's
so that's the thing. So it's like, with the whole aspect of it, it's just like, it's like, I don't want to teach them about the history, because, if they figure out how powerful those people are, then there's not they're the only one that kind of always brings that to the forefront. Versus People are just trying to exist in a world that's better, and then only grow from there.
Where you actually understand your history instead of it being like, oh well, yeah, I think my parents came from Africa.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, my parents from Scotland.
Yeah.
Got a little British.
You don't learn anything about it. It's like talking about like you don't learn about the Celts, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this
already ran it back.
Okay.
About people that they saw for their own eyes, and Egypt's been invaded since the fall of the pharaohs. Not once, not twice, but many times. And nobody wants to explain why so many statues are missing noses. Even when them statues made of granite, it ain't one people alone mistaught about themselves. We live on Celtic land, but don't learn about the Celts. The same Irish people you characterize as stupid during the dark ages. Some of the most educated living in Europe. And did you learn the numbers you count with every day was invented by Indian people? I bet you didn't. Or how many million Indians fought for Britain in both world wars. Still you got the cheek to call them immigrants. We don't learn about the Moors, of course. For some that knowledge dangerous. Is it a problem, the impact they had on the Renaissance? When people take power over another group, we minimize their achievements so we can make it feel true. So if you think Columbus was first to say,
he said, oh my God, this is great. He said when one group takes over another group, you minimize their achievements to make facts. Keep it rolling.
Some that knowledge dangerous. Is it a problem, the impact they had on the Renaissance? When people take power over another group, we minimize their achievements so we can make it feel true. So if you think Columbus was first to sail ocean blue, you probably believe Elvis invented rock and roll too. And for the record, no doubt I believe in peace, but not for 1 second, and they'll turn the other cheek. They slap you, slap them back. Take teeth. The only way your bully ever learn is getting beat. Fight fire with fire, nah, fire with water. See, the life-giving force is stronger than the destroyer. That's why these MCs can't speak to me. No, all men are not made equally. My brain's made of iron fiber, conducting the livest wire. My average grade's higher than Oxford or Cambridge require. I don't want credit because I got a message. I want credit because I'm the best MC. Dead it. When I came out way back in 04, sister, I just won every award. Most man would have done the bait thing, put big sis on the chorus chords. That would have been A-list draw. Quickly I would have been famous more, but look how I came in this thing raw.
I like this. Huh?
I didn't even.
He said that when it came out in 04, his sister was winning all these awards. Mm-hmm. The easiest thing for him to have done was just have a song and put her on the track because he would have gotten popular way quicker because his sister was already killing it. Mm-hmm. But it's like I did the opposite. He didn't use her as the cloud to bring him where he is. He did this himself.
I don't want credit because I got a message. I want credit because I'm the best MC. Dead it. When I came out way back in 04, sister, I just won every award. Most man would have done the bait thing, put big sis on the chorus chords. That would have been A-list draw. Quickly I would have been famous more, but look how I came in this thing raw. Bang up the streets some more. If I MC then I heard me rap, I'd be like, what the? I ain't never gonna be that good, so I better not push my luck. It will embarrass me. Only insanity would make you challenge me. Better hope if we bump heads, that day that I feel like charity. If not, it's a beating, and there ain't no use in search of a meaning, cause all it means is that you are crap and I am a genius. Why I'm Panama, I push the perimeter. Can you imagine if I'm sicker than average? Killing with character, Benjamin Banneker. Look at the marriage, a stamina damage, away from Britannica. Got to look for the whole of the calendar. So cold that I roll in the challenger. Why you man roll with the amateurs? I'm too much harder. You can just call him Father Akala, but I don't talk shit like a pastor. You already know that I'm smarter than half a bloody disaster. If I ever start, I'll probably a prodigy, make you a martyr. For these crap MCs that mumble, then see me in the flesh and crumble. Never told you that I was humble. No, I'm not. Don't lie. I'm so sure in my writing ability that I feel like I'm finding divinity. Sit down, let me rhyme a soliloquy. My agility, time in this military. What a singular team for the mini-me. It seems you're a fiend for the mimicry. Your team couldn't dream of the synergy that I beam when I scheme when a wicked beat. There goes again with the big words with best syllables. Get dictionaries out. That's what I'm about. Clowns wanna shout. Flash them, smash them in the mouth. Bloody professor, a man of the letters I read and I'm sure that I'm better. Never regret an endeavor to dead an oppressor. I think that the lepers that think that their pleasures are better endeavors than all of our pressures. But see me, born in a rage, maroon blood coursing my veins. As you can see, I was born for the stage, but I'll never be their cultural maid. Some say that we're political, is what they're doing isn't. Don't they preach a political doctrine called materialism? But for all the Italian clothes that you wear, or German cars that you drive, or French champagne that we'll buy, will still be monkeys in their eyes. So why you were begging it? Who knows? Italians fight to wear Jamaican clothes. Italians call their own women, but everyone's entertainment, bro. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the one with the code of the flow.
I like that. I like that. Let's go back a little bit here.
But I'll never be their cultural maid. Some say that we're political, is what they're doing isn't. Don't they preach a political doctrine called materialism? But for all the Italian clothes that you wear, or German cars that you drive, or French champagne that will buy, will still be monkeys in their eyes. So why you were begging it? Who knows? Italians fight to wear Jamaican clothes. Italians call their own women, but everyone's entertainment.
Yeah, so you get that whole structure that he just gave. Oh, bro, and it's like very true. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's especially here in the States, people all fight. I want to get Gucci. I gotta get this. I got that. I'm like, but while fighting to get theirs, but none of us is fighting to get yours because you don't support yours as much as just what everybody else is.
But it's just like you could start your own business, and then they'll be like, "How much is it?" And you let them know how much, and like, "Can I get it cheaper?" But then they'll go buy Gucci without even debating the numbers.
Yep.
But for you to be like, "Can you give it to me for like $5?" I know you. You know, like
that's kind of one of the things I'm always grateful for is the fact that we didn't grow up in the States or in an environment that put fashion at such a high level.
Because we used to wear church shoes to school, so
I know.
We never had to wear like Jordans or.
And I think for me, that's one of the things that solidified my ability to focus on myself and allow myself to be to bet on myself in every situation.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'll rock some Vans. I could care less. Like I don't. The people are like, it's quality. I want to buy a $500 belt. For what? The $5 belt holds the exact same amount of, it does the exact same thing that this one does. What's the difference? Oh, but it's Gucci though. But my belt I got from Walmart does the exact same thing. But you don't listen to the quality. Okay, you're right. That's how I get to some people. You're right. It's crazy. Keep it rolling, bro.
Bro, but hey, what do I know? I'm just the one with the codes that flows all over the globe. I'm bunning down shows, but still don't oil my chest and pose. Pose a threat to the power structure. Not because we're anything special, but because we're the people together. And that's the only way things change ever.
Oh my gosh. Akala just tore the building to pieces.
Is he gonna keep going?
I don't even know what to say. I feel like I just been schooled for a hot minute right there. Certain MCs, you know what? Like, I don't want to hear you. Don't call my phone. If you ain't coming to destroy a beat like that, don't call my phone or you're gonna get a voicemail. Akala, wow. I don't even know what to say.
You can't. You like this. Thank you.
Yo, little story. Let's take him down. Yo, listen. Yo.
I know you gonna dig this.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day. Yo, listen. In a scheme of living, my life wasn't hard. But as far as Britain goes, I practically starved. Sleeping in a tracksuit, gas meter running out, electric car off as well, candles lighting up the house. Looking in my mother's eyes, I see how she feels. The strain and the pain of just paying bills that ain't real. And that's how I grew, like so many more. And that was part of who I am very sure. You wanna know the rage I feel in my stomach? No, my mom and dad split up when I was still in her stomach. And not everything that happened I will put in 16s, but I will tell you enough so you will know what I mean. My boy's mother got cancer the same time as mine, but his mother died and mine survived. It was crazy back then. When I was like 10, already had the mental strength more than many grown men. This was a couple years after my stepdad left. Did he really know the crazy mess that he left? Because mum done recover from the lumps in her neck, but being poor and alone couldn't cope with the stress. My big sis fought, so much so, now I hadn't left school. When she left home, I was 13 by now, still a little kid, innocent. Next couple years though, will turn him to a militant. That is the result of no food in the fridge. And every other day you're getting searched by the pigs. Plus these patronizing teachers, though my grade's sick, trying to emasculate me, yeah, turn me to a Anna. Don't mean a woman, please let me be clear. I mean a spineless man, because what do they fear? More than a working class brown male with a brain. When our energy is harnessed, everything changed. Look at Pac, look at Marley, look at Hendrix, look at Garvey. This is the potential that is wasted on a daily basis. A racist, classist world that we live in. Still we coming for nothing and we educate millions. I see why it scares you. It's like, how dare you overcome obstacles that we have been careful to place in your way every step of the way. In this so-called democracy where kids get sprayed, blacks and the Asians, Turks and the Chavs, crowded in council flats, living like ants. And who's more confused than so-called white trash, talking this madness about they want their country back? It never was yours. You should read more. What they did to brown people, they did to their own poor. But people's memory short, so much that I'm seeing black and Asian kids cuss Eastern Europeans. No pot to piss in makes competition. I fail to see how this is an effective system when cats and dogs in America and Britain eat better food than most of humanity, and we spend our technology only on killing. How is this more than sophisticated savagery? It was once said, the world is a stage, each person just an actor with a part to play, like the middle class kids and kids of the rich that have everything, but yet still they pissed on they coke and ketamine, strung out on. I ain't generalizing. Look at the evidence, so go to Glastonbury any year, you will see. But unlike Carnival, it won't be crawling with police. This is London. The kids on the very next street had a very different life experience from me. And in my experience, they can't help but be smug after a lifetime of what they think's just good luck. But they're still more anxious and more thankless. Unearned privilege weighs like an anchor. That's why they copy what we do, trying to be what they not. They will grow up though and get better jobs and maintain a system that they claim that they hated. They can't fight against, they got a stake in this matrix. Hip-hop is just a fad to them. You didn't know? But for us, this is our living, breathing soul. And yeah, they might backpack in South America or even volunteer in an African village. But all said and done, when push comes to shove and hits the fan of middle class and British, and I ain't even dissing. That's just how it is. Most rich brown people are just as full of shit. So much more concerned with our cars and jewels than most of the world's poor looks just like you. So much more concerned with being privileged few. And who knows, maybe me too, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane.
Who's bad?
Bro.
That little segment from the other side, bro, crazy. And this is one of the songs
That you go
you
like
gotta listen to
again.
multiple times to be able to fully. This was
It's
a
just
full.
like
This is
just like the Dave Black.
hold on. This was a Thanksgiving dinner plate.
Yeah.
I'm stuffed too much. I gotta go back and take a little bit. Hey, I gotta take a freaking drumstick. I gotta get a little bit of sauce. This guy, he gives you so much. That again, it's one of those things where you have to listen to it multiple times for you to fully understand the low ways he put everything together. So as we were saying,
Like it was like the Dave Black. Remember?
Yeah.
And it was like somebody had commented, they were like, they explained the part where he was like, y'all fighting for these countries that weren't there when my grandmother was raising or something. And somebody had broken it down.
They said because I think I saw that they had to like, allow the countries didn't get free until the 1960s or
yeah.
so it's like before they weren't real countries until the 1960s. So the grandparents weren't even whenever they didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I love this dude. This guys, listen. If you are new to this channel, you might be like, "Oh my gosh, these guys are trying to get view." We love information. And we like to get a chance to react to people that allows us to have a conversation like we do. Because for us, this is the reaction podcast. This could be an hour. We could care less. We'll still react to it and do the exact same. Because for us,
it's not about the views.
It's not about the views. It's always been the exact same thing. We've always said in the very first freaking video that we do. If you're going to complain, nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody cares. If you think if you give us something negative in the comments, if you think it's going to affect us, we're like, oh my God, why would he? Nobody cares.
Bro, we always have the best response.
I know.
So, like, one guy that was trying to call us one guy was trying to call us gorillas and all this. And
I was like, I mean, technically, I did have a banana at the time.
You did, and he was like this. He was like, oh. Yeah, and he tried to say it in his own language, so I put it in Google Translate, and he was like, "Yeah, these animals don't know nothing about music." I was like, "If you're gonna come at the table,
why are you crying?
If you're gonna come at the table and try to offend us and get us to be like try to cuss you back, that's not gonna happen.
It's a waste of time."
But
Akala is on a whole different level, and I'm so excited to actually get more and more information about him because this dude is. The wordplay, the way he's structured, the freaking storytelling.
Yeah.
He's probably, to me, right now, the greatest storyteller I've ever listened to in my life. See, the thing is this. I used to say Eminem was because I only knew stuff that came from the States because it's not from anything else. But you got dudes like this one dropping freaking stories that I can relate to. That I can visualize. That, to me, as an artist, when you can do that, it changes everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're not part of the Amicy gang, guys,
you know what to do.
Oh my gosh. That line I had to come back to.
What line?
The people that are in power, they treat black and brown people at such a terrible way, but they do the exact same thing to the white people that are poor. And they train white people that are poor to think it was the reason why they're white and they're poor is because of the black and brown people.
But it was the way for them to separate. I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So it's an interesting thing because it's like, because I want my country. You guys are the one that's causing this country to be this way. No, it's the people in power that are making you think that way.
But then you have some that still think they're like, just because this person on this side, just because I'm on this side, that person, whatever that person saying is right, but it's the other side's fault. Mm-hmm. But it's just like there's still the two people in power trying to fight over more power.
Europe. Anyhow, guys, if you're not part of the Amicy gang, click on that subscribe button below and join us at all times. Don't cheat yourself, yo.
Love thyself.
And keep it Amicy. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.